So there's a theory that Gucci is a snitch because it took the feds almost like 2 months to arrest Pooh Shiesty and about 8 other gentlemen for the January incident, in where Pooh Shiesty goes to a Dallas area studio along with 8 other gentlemen, and they really bring heat to Gucci. So Pooh Shiesty is released from prison in October of 2025, and then December 25 he drops a single. Amidst all this, Pooh Shiesty is desperately trying to get off of Gucci's label. In fact, he's trying to sign with Yo Gotti. Gotti has interest in him, and the interest is mutual. So of course, Pooh Shiesty is trying to get over to Yo Gotti's label. Gucci's like, nah, we're good. Right now, this is my label. I run my label. I want to run my label, and you're my artist until I no longer say you're my artist. And right now, you're my artist. And so Pooh Shiesty decides in January of 2026 that he would arrange a little business meeting at the Dallas area studio that Gucci's in at the time. It just so happens that this business meeting would involve AK-47s and about 7, 8 other goons, right? So Shiesty shows up at the studio. It's like, Gucci, I think we need to talk. Gucci's like, not really. I don't really know too much about what we have to talk about. Shiesty's like, yo, I think we need to talk about you letting me off the label. Gucci's like, nah, not so much. Shiesty is like, yeah, whips out the AK-47, holds Gucci up, takes a wedding ring off his left wedding finger, takes other jewelry, some Louis bags, and his guys get the hell out of Dodge, right? So then it takes like a couple months later, they're arrested, and everyone's caught except for one gentleman. So, I get it, right? Like, I understand the idea that, like, the only way 2 months later that Pooh Shiesty and his guys could be caught is if Gucci went to the feds or law enforcement or whomever and told them what happened. But, I've represented many criminal defendants who were on the receiving end of actual snitches. I'm talking about people who have informed law enforcement of what type of car my guy was traveling in, the color, the make, the model, the quantity of dope, how it's packaged, how it's wrapped, the location that they would be driving to, the location that they're driving from, where they're going to stop, what other type of vehicle is going to intercept the drugs. So like, that's snitching. I think Gucci's situation is different, right? Because you got to understand, like, part of what was taken from him was a wedding ring, which probably cost some decent money, which also probably was insured by some reputable financial institution, likely Lord of London's or some other reputable institution. So, I mean, it's just not easy to go to that institution and say that you lost your wedding ring, which cost you several thousands of dollars, or his wife several thousands of dollars, right? Because they're gonna want to know what the hell happened to this wedding ring that they insured and that is no longer on your wedding ring finger. And so I think, when you have some nuance and some complexities like that, it's not really, to me, a situation necessarily of snitching, but there's a lot of information that floats around in the streets. And so you can bet in between January and late March or April, there are a lot of other individuals other than Gucci who understood about what happened inside of that studio. We're talking about people who were not even involved in the situation, knows what happened in that studio. So maybe Gucci told some things. If he did, I don't think that makes him a snitch. But I also think that it's entirely possible that the feds found out this information from somebody not even related to the incident, someone who was not even present. That's just how it goes down in the streets sometimes.